I may have just found the most unlikely performance car in BeamNG, and honestly, you're going to be as surprised as I was, although you're not, because the car in question is in the thumbnail and title of this video. It is this magnificence. So I discovered by accident that this thing, especially on a wheel, is an absolute monster. It performs really well, it handles really well, and I really want to compare it to the Ibishu Pessima rally car. I wanted to compare it to one of the Group A era rally cars, and I know there's some rear wheel drive ones. They would be a bit more similar to the Barstow, which is obviously going to be rear wheel drive, but I wanted to pick a good benchmark to compare it against. And just so you know, this Barstow is going to be pretty much exactly the same as the regular track sport config you can get just straight from the menu. All I've done here is added a roll cage, some racing seats, and a racing steering wheel. So I'm going to do one tarmac stage and one dirt stage. In the interest of fairness, since the Barstow is going to be on slicks for the tarmac stage, I'm also putting the rally car on slicks for the tarmac stage as well. Okay, here we go. This thing absolutely rockets off the line. Oh, I'm going to have to be so focused. Now, I know the suspension is still going to be set up for dirt, but if I started tuning this car, you could argue that the comparison is not exactly fair. This is actually a re-recording. My original recording, I was using this brand new ultra-wide monitor, and unfortunately my PC is not quite ready to handle something like that yet, so I was getting absolutely woeful input lag, and I just felt the test was not really a fair comparison. Also, I did not have a lot of fun in that recording because the input lag just made the cars basically undrivable. You're going to see separate times from my attempts yesterday, and you're going to also see how much better they are today. My original recording I just left the dirt tires on the car, but I feel this is a little bit better. 2 minutes 50. That's pretty quick. Okay, let's see how the Barstow will handle this stage. And away we go. Now, I'm not expecting this will beat the Pessima, but I certainly think it's going to get quite close. Oh, I nearly money shifted it there. Also, it's huge, man. I have to remember that. I can't go as close to the walls as I could in the Pessima. And it is way more physical to drive. But I'm going to push this thing as hard as I can because I really want this to be faster. Us Irish people do love a good underdog story. Oh, yes. Bit of opposite lock there. Now, having tested this a few times, generally the handbrake is not better. Would have been expected given its rear wheel drive already. Suspension in this it feels like it's a bit stiffer. I'm pretty sure you can't adjust the leaf springs either. I think it's normal springs on the front. Take a nice wide line through here. Get on the throttle good and early. Yeah, that was nicely done there. I like how the brakes don't lock up as easily as they do in the Pessima. That's of course more of a BeamNG issue than a car issue. Brakes famously lock up unrealistically easily. Man, I should work on focusing when to shift up instead of yapping. Okay, I'm not looking at the clock. But I feel like this is a good run. Keep the shoe in it. Oh, no, don't fuck it up. Oh, dude. I crashed it. But if you looked at the clock there, you'd have seen I would have been about 2:55. So I'm going to accept that run. 5 seconds is actually not bad, considering that that's against the best of the Group A rally cars. So now let's try the dirt stage. Before I start this stage real quick, if you're enjoying so far, subscribe. Okay, that's it. Okay, here we go. Even on the original recording I did with all that input, like, this stage was still a blast. But it's very quick, and as you can imagine, it was very difficult. Oh, yes. Oh, man, I love the gravel physics in this game. But this is already quite a few takes in now, so I'm probably not going to talk a whole bunch throughout this stage. Obviously, the Barstow is not going to stand a chance on this stage. But I'm comparing it to a rally car, so I must give it the full, fair rally car test. I've had to re-record a couple of recent videos, mainly due to some quality issues. So I promise you part 2 of the police chase video is going to be coming out after this one. And I can also promise the next video after that one, which is a collaboration, will be the last video with any of the recording issues. I recorded that on the ultra wide, so the frame rates are absolute buns. Okay, I'm sweating. I'm this far into the stage, I don't want to have to do another take, so I want to lock in here. Oh, that was clean. Checkpoint 11 and 14, we're coming to the end of it here. Man, rally driving with no co-driver is quite stressful. Okay, there's the finish. Don't fuck it up now. Oh yes. And across the line. That was a 326. Let's see how the Barstow does. Now, there was a mistake I left in there, but because I didn't crash the car, I figured, oh, fuck it, I'll just finish the stage, because I don't really think the Barstow is going to beat it. But I'm genuinely curious how far off it's going to be. There we go, Barstow time, baby. Now, in that same interest of fairness, I've put dirt tires all around on this. Now, unfortunately, that means I've had to reduce the rear tire width by an inch either side to get wheels compatible for the rally tires. But I think that's not going to be my biggest concern right now. My biggest concern is the fact that this thing is already an handful, and it's on dirt, and it's rear-wheel drive. Just dumping the clutch in a lower gear instead of using the handbrake, that ought to be enough. Oh man, the fact that this is wider is catching me out. I already clipped the front of it off a rock there. And I did it again just as I was saying it. Woohoo! Oh man, but this is a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm doing okay, but I feel it's mostly just because I'm connecting corners and sliding well and all that stuff. Not because I'm actually going quickly. Man, this thing is so physical. That will be my week's cardio done after this. Woo! Oh yeah, this feels amazing, dude. I highly recommend it. Oh, oh. Yeah, baby. Oh, come on. This feels great, dude. Come on. Loads of steering input. Oh, oh. Oh, that is a cliff. Oh, just saved it. Barely, dude. I've crashed there a load of times in the original recording as well. The whole car is just shaking. Come on, you bastard. Okay, there's a hairpin here. Oh, come on. I fucked that up a little bit, but it's okay. Whew. And to the other side. I'm having to focus so much I can't look at the clock, but I'm already sensing it's not as good. Oh, across the line. Oh, okay. Okay, that is 20 seconds, 21 seconds slower. Well, there's your comparison. So yes, it is a bit slower, but man, it is way more fun. I highly recommend you give it a go. Click here to watch me and some of the lads recreate police chases from throughout the decades, part 1. Subscribe because I'm starting a new series soon and I think you're gonna like it. And this is another video YouTube thinks you'll like. Thanks for watching and I'll see you out on the track.